What happened to previous life? The Wi-Fi dies, and then when I reinitiate the Wi-Fi, then I can't see people's comments, so I've got to start live again. I think penny's one of those things, isn't it? You know, you can be a student in one country, but if you can earn a good salary, then you can go back to university later in your life. Yeah, D-Law, please. Yeah, you got to stop asking people to sponsor you. You know, this sponsoring thing is not something like a single person can do. It can only be done by companies. I think if he got sponsored, he would quit school, yeah. Yes, it's an interesting place. It will be it's the wilderness. If basically, if you want to go and work overseas, and Alaska is the easiest place to get a job, then I would suggest Alaska. Like I said before, even Penn, Stevie offered a job. It's just on paper at the moment, you know. is not getting back to you, and that would be great, $25 an hour, but that would be a dirty job. They're just fucking running in the paths like crazy. I'm sure they used to have signs up in here, don't run. Because if he runs like that and a waitress or a robot comes out of the kitchen, there's going to be a fucking big crash. Dalo, you've got to remember, Penn, myself, we're not forcing you to go to America. You want to go, we're just trying to give advice how to get there. I already did to the computer, and I bought a bottle of gin. But I think I really need to get a Berlin. I was thinking of getting a lemon tree. Gilby's gin. Many years ago there was many years ago there was a television series, and the actor was called Peter Firth, same family name as mine. He was also in the film with Sean Connery, the submarine film. He was the communist officer. And in this English series, he was an alien who'd landed on Earth dressed as a normal human being. And someone asked him, so he was in a pub, with the girl, and he looked on the drinks on the shelves, and he saw a bottle of Gilby's gin, and he says, "Oh, Gilby," and I just wondered if anyone ever named their child Gilby. I think what I'd like to do is get set the room up for some cocktails. I don't know if you ever watched. I might have said this before. There's a English popular chef who's got lots of books and cooking programs, but he also does a television. He also does a YouTube channel where he makes cocktails. It's really, really good. No, so instead of wasting your time and energy and getting all these things and making a fancy meal, just get fewer things and make a fancy cocktail. Well, I went with my daughter to this bar on the 12th floor and had like a cocktail. It was really, really, really nice. You don't have any tonic with them or anything like that? Just straight whiskey, straight tequila? Bought my tickets for Duok Win. Well, when I worked at the Mexican restaurant, did really learn how to make a nice margarita, which is very, it's just like fresh lemon juice with Cointreau and a nice tequila. Very simple. But a lot of places tend to use manufactured lemon juice. So. And Cointreau is definitely the best orange liqueur for margarita. Did lotto tickets, Pen? Yes, I've ordered it. It should be coming tomorrow. No, when I used to, before I was banned from the bars in town, now and again they would have a Cuervo Gold frozen. So I used to enjoy doing that. So now I am banned from all 5 of them in Nagoya. Oh, oh, I did, yeah. I tried the Swedish one. I tried the Swedish one in Tokyo. All my chest just went cold. Yeah, it can be good without a doubt, you know. I had a couple of friends and they bumped in. There were two Australian guys, mates, and they bumped into it. Like I met really rich friends, but they were never young. And so my two mates, they met this like playboy millionaire, and purely just like took them around because they were foreigners, you know, and he used to take them to great places and have a good night out. And that is the advantage, and that is what you call white privilege. I could have sworn this fucking guy just popped his head round the corner saying "fuck you." Yeah, I'd like to go as well, Pen. You know, to the places I've been to before. You know, but like places like San Francisco. You know, you could, you just could spend so much time there. There was like an English chef, cook, and he was pretty famous. His name was Hollywood, and he went to San Francisco looking at all these sourdough bread bakeries. You know, I think like San Francisco and New York, they have got all these famous eateries, restaurants that are just so fucking magnificent, you know. and compared to England, we have like a pie shop or a jellied eels. They're very small, a very small shop. Where in America you've got these great establishments steeped in all these years. Yeah. I saw a clip of a comedian saying, if you're Republican, thank you. If you're Republican, don't come to California because they hate you. I wonder how much you would. I was talking about this the other day on Airbnb, and the people just charging unbelievable prices for the cleanup fee. Yeah, of course. This is what I don't like about Republicans. People like Jack Ma and Elon Musk. Oi. Yaminasai. 危ないから。これ、キッチンから電話誰か出たら Scatterà, cosa andiamo di pensare. So this, what was I talking about now? Yeah, you know, they really want their staff to work for them fucking 12 hours, 16 hours a day. They really do. You know, some people just like to Jack Ma, yeah. Wasn't he arrested recently or something? And yeah, if it's your fucking company, yeah, then you work fucking 12, 16 hours a day. But if you're fucking, you better pay, if you want someone to work that for you, pay them good fucking overtime. Not the fucking promise of a fucking job in the future or the promise of shares in the future. They're fucking cheeky cunts. Same with Mohammed. Same with, sorry, what's his name? The guy that shagged his cleaner. Yeah, you can work 16 hours a day. That's why you're fucking Arnold. These people are so fucking rare. Yeah, there was just something in the news where they said a famous person was arrested. Blah, blah, blah. Don't upset the leader of China. Pen, do you ever drink highballs? Is that whiskey and, is it whiskey and Tansan? Yeah, they're on sale. Oh, Mizuali, eh? It's a long time since I've heard that term, Mizuali. Well, I had some Ardbeg whiskey. And people, I prefer to drink that Ardbeg just as it is, straight. Oi! Can you see that? And that is, 二人一緒注意上げる Yeah, that when I only tried one of those once, it just so fucking sickly. I am sure they used to have signs in this restaurant, no running. if these kids go running through and one of these robots just pops out, the robot is not going to be able to stop. I think it was the stuff that they put in with mix. I agree. Cheap. I wouldn't drink cheap whiskey. That's why I never drank it in England. But when I started going to these whiskey festivals, that's when I found out that fucking nice whiskey is really nice. That might be back on next year. Pen. January. If you're in a bar in America and you ask for a whiskey, is there a standard measure or is it like a free pour? No, there's been this whiskey festival in Osaka, Nagoya, and Tokyo. Yeah, you can't do that in England. It's a sixth, very small fucking measure. And it's poured by optic, so you can't get any free pours. Yeah, but it's kind of like case by case. You know, if you've got a good customer who spends a lot of money. Because now, like here in Japan, whiskey is so fucking cheap. Now the dollar's strong, you can get a bottle of whiskey for about like $7, something like that, maybe even cheaper. Yeah, yeah. Mark Ruffalo was saying on Graham Norton that he used to be a bartender and all his customers loved him. And then he did it. Then he gave an apology to the guy that used to give him a job. Yeah, well, if you gave a whiskey and then you put a little bit more in, and then the customer's more liable to ask for another drink, yeah. But if he thinks he's got to spend have a double measure to get a decent drink. Yeah, the cost of things in America, especially California, trying to run a business. I think California has something in common with London, the London mayor, whereas they like to give themselves fucking free tickets, to visiting groups or bands. They like to get these give themselves free passes to these venues. Those cheeky cunts. What's happening with that Nancy Pelosi? Her husband got drunk or something. Now it's going to cause a problem for her. Oh, really? Fucking hell. Oh, there. I think that in Sheffield, the local Republican landlord, or publican, should I say, the publican landlord is not a millionaire. Yeah, but like you say, if you're setting up a bar or a restaurant in a large city, you're gonna have to be a millionaire. Yeah, it's gonna cost $1 million. I think I spent 1.5 million yen, and I did all the work myself. Maybe start it up again next year, Pen. No, that gin and coke seems to do it. I like that, the gin and coke. Do you ever go out for drinks with people from work on a Friday, Pen? Yeah, but that is only because the price of steel doubled or trebled. There's a good chance it could stay. It could be pretty. It could level out with this price for a while. Because like in the Chinese Olympics, it was good for about 4 months, I think, something like that. So, are you going into the office or still working, or working from home? I'm getting an extremely low battery warning, Ben, so this might cut out at any time. I had to put it in the. Are you still looking for the job now? So get a job as a lorry driver and shout Dilo over. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. In England, when you look for a job, if you're unemployed and you're getting unemployment benefit, you have to show everything what you've been doing to look for a job. When I came back from Japan unexpectedly, I had to the local job centre. They actually bought me a ticket to go down to London for an interview. I think it was twice actually. So I got the job as well. What you mean? You're gonna visit Asia or something? So I've got there's £15,000 a year plus a company car. Well, you want to go and work in China? I'll go and stay there to do a language course. I haven't seen that for a long time. One of those young lads over there is doing that with his pencil and swinging it through his fingers. But go as a freedom fighter. It's just supposed to be very good money a day. I don't know, $500, $700 a day. Yeah, but if you get caught, you usually end up on international news asking your government to bring you back. Yeah, I was hoping that Jason might be on today, because Jason knows a bit about that stuff. Being a mercenary in Ukraine. Lots of, is it? Have you been there? Well, I saw one. Jake Paul was on a video today saying, "I